Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming with the new Lethal 2-Up palette and a few other things that launched with the collection. So if you guys want to see an eye look, see some swatches, hear my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm still playing catch up from like last week, and I did receive this collection in PR, so I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and film a look with it so I can give you guys some thoughts in case you were interested. Lethal Cosmetics is a German-based indie brand, and I did receive their first palette, the 1-Up, in PR as well. So these are just so freaking cute, and especially if you're into gaming, I feel like these little palettes are so fun. So this is the new one, which is called the 2-Up palette, and of course I did film some close-ups and swatches for you guys, so I will pop them on the screen. But I love the packaging, love the box, and then the inside of the palette is a little bit more, I feel like, of an artistic palette, because if you are, you know, one to kind of hate negative space, this is probably going to drive you bananas. But I feel like if you look at it from the theming and the artistic perspective, I think that it's really fun. And there's like some green foil in here that looks very much like circuits running on a board. And so yeah, it's very, very fun and different. There is also a lot of other parts to this collection, so let's go ahead and look at the rest of it. The sister palette to our beloved 1-Up is a cute retro handheld console designed with 10 shades of highly pigmented vivid mattes and sparkly duochromes. This palette retails for $40.50. It is 100% vegan, no animal testing, dermatologically tested, carbon neutral, child labor free, and certified halal. This palette is made in the EU, and as of right now, this is a limited edition palette, and there are no plans for this one to restock unless there's high demand for it, etc. So the next cool thing in this collection are these water activated liners. Now, for a long time, Lethal was so well known for their gel liners because they had so many cool shades, and I know I received them in PR in the past and they're so wonderful. So now they came out with water activated liners, which totally makes sense, and they're all in these split pans. So there are a few different shades, and I unboxed most of them, but I wanted to just show you guys just one in the packaging because it's so cute. So this is what it looks like. It has like fun little neon on the front, and then it's like a little envelope, so you just like open it up like this, and then it's secured in a piece of cardboard that also has that like total retro vibe, which is so fun. And so this is the blue shade, and it's called Digital Dream, and as you can see, it's 2 shades, and then you can also mix it in the middle. So they really did something fun with these, I feel like, having 2 options. So they also very kindly sent me a palette to put all of these in, and I believe the water liners fit perfectly in their regular palette. So I want to organize it. I think I'm going to start off with this really cute white shade. So this is called Mixtape, and I'm going to put it right there, I think. And then we want to do, should I do some of the lighter colors or should I do some of the darker colors? Okay, I think I'm going to do black at the end, and then I would probably have this shade called Retro Rave, which is like a red and a brown. So I'll put that over here, and I'm just pressing the pan in there. Now it's just whatever floats my boat, I guess. We'll do Jiggy Jam over here, and then I'll do this dark blue shade called Neon Nights in this row. And then we have some fun, really bright colors. So this is called Psych Pop, and I'm just going to put that right here. And this green shade called Cyber Craze. Okay, so I think I have less. Okay, got it. I'm just can't do math, but these are my favorite. So the hot like pink orange called Acid Attitude, so cool. This one is so cool, called Banana Boom. So I want to put that there. And then this one called Digital Dream, I want to put here. So I have a few empty slots, but that's okay. I'd rather have more space than less space. So I just wanted to do that for funsies, because usually I would have tried to do like swatches and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not gonna swatch every single one of these. That would take way too long, but we'll see. Maybe we'll play with it. So those are the water liners, and then they created the Catalyst Activator Drops, which I thought was really cool because they said that it's hard to get the consistency right when you're mixing the water liners. So they created this because depending on where you live, your water source can make the liners perform differently. And I've definitely had that experience where I either put too much water or not enough water, and then it's like a hot mess. So I'm so happy that they created some kind of activator. So I am excited to experience that. And then I love these so much. They did a bunch of like face gems, and I don't always like think to use these, but these are so fun. They have so many different types. So they have like little pearls, little hearts, some fun colorful ones. So I am feeling very inspired. So it looks like these are reusable as well. So that is a fun little addition to the Lethal lineup. And the last thing is these nail stickers. They're so cute, and they're part of the 2UP collection. So they're all like little gamer symbols, and there's like little lightning rods, and we've got like little game controllers and things like that. My nails are currently like done from the nail salon, but once I take them off, I'm definitely going to play with these. And I feel like this is a fun way to just make your manicure pop. So that is everything that I received from Lethal. I do have on some foundation and some bronzer, so I'm ready to go ahead and play with this palette and put it on my eyes. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's start off with, I think I want to play it with the shade called Sprite. Is that really called Sprite? Is that like a video game thing? Because I'm thinking of like the soda. Somebody's gonna let me know, probably in an angry voice in all caps, that it's a video game thing that I don't know about. But I'm gonna start off with that shade. So we're gonna load that up on a brush, and I'm just gonna pop that on the crease. I feel like this look is gonna be very gently pigmented because they are very light, gentle pastels, and then we have like two darker matte shades in this palette. But I mean, I'm already being shook by this purple because it's already appearing on my eyelid way more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign, right? Ooh, cute. Okay, I love how that's looking. Now I want to take a clean brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Portable. It's like the most beautiful Tiffany blue. And I'm going to load that up on a brush, and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner and bring it up to the almost middle of the crease. This is a really cool brush shape from Sydney Grace. It has like almost a thickness to it, but as you can see, it's like cut like a taper, and it fits perfectly in your crease. So it's great for like packing a shadow, like a pastel shade, into the crease. Okay, so I'm taking a clean brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Select. It's like a really pretty like pinky shade, and I'm just going to run that on the outer edge here. And then I'm going to go back into the purple shade, and I just need to bump it up even more in the crease. I feel like I should have picked a better packing brush, but it's all right. Oh my gosh, I love how that's looking. So now I think it's time for the lid, and I think I'm going to use the shade Deep Pad and the shade Console on my eyelid. Start off with the shade Console. I'm going to pick up a nice generous amount of it and give it a nice spray, and I'm going to start on the, ooh, hello pigment. That is so pretty. It's like a pretty unicorn purpley blue duochrome shade. Putting that on the lid, blending it out to the outer corner. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush, and I'm going to take the shade Deep Pad, and this is going in the inner half of my lid. Right here. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's like a green blue duochrome shade. Okay, so these two shades need to play better together. They're kind of like competing with each other. It's like a really pretty soft, like Easter look. I feel like with this background and this tie-dye shirt and everything's like blending tie-dye-esque, so it might be a little much, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. It's fine, right? So I think I'm gonna take this brush that I used on the inner corner and go with the shade called Level, which is this really pretty dark blue. I feel like I'm so focused on this look that I'm like forgetting to talk. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to use it to deepen up the outer corner, and that shadow is so pigmented, it literally like just took over the purple. Whoopsies. That was definitely not my intention at all. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Sorry, I keep looking at it in this other mirror because it's a little bit closer than the makeup mirror I use. Okay, so I'm gonna throw something in my lower lash line quick and finish up the lower lash line. And then I feel like we need to play with some of the face crystals and try at least one of these water activated liners. Okay, so I used the shade Icebreaker from ColourPop in the waterline. And then I have this cute little Game Beauty brush, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna do exactly what I did on the outer corner up here, down here, and just kind of tie those two together so it looks nice and continuous. And then we have to take the shade Portable, which is the really pretty Tiffany shade, and I'm actually going to run that right on top of the ColourPop eyeliner because they're like essentially the same shade. The eyeliner is just a creamy version of this eyeshadow, so I'm going to use that as the base to really get that to pop. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Deep Pad and give it another spray. And we're going to use that as the inner corner highlight shadow as well. Okay, so the eye look is done. Now I really want to play with the water activated liners, so let's go ahead and try it out and see what we can do. Okay, so here we go. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't use a lot of water activated liners, so it's going to be interesting. Should I like draw something? Should I try and actually do a liner? What do I do? This teal shade is just like calling my name in this color, so said to do one drop, and I just grabbed a Sigma brush and I'm just gonna try and, oh my gosh, this is so hard to do without getting the other shade in there. Okay, let's see. I should probably watch the video. Oh, it's very pigmented. Do you see that little swipey swipe I did? Okay. I love how pigmented this is, and like especially with it being like Halloween. Ooh, and then you just like press it on and it just like bumps it up even more. I'm just gonna make random lines on my face so that it doesn't look like an accident on this eye. Oh my god, that's wild. Okay, so I want to try out a different color because why not? Okay, so I really want to play with the hot pink, so I just put another one of the drops on here. And it's like a pretty decent helping of that dropper, so it's really hard to like not go over to the other shade. Just a little feedback for you guys in case you're like curious about this, but I was trying to create like a negative space, but I think I fluffed it up with the pink. Lethal is like, why did we send her these? What is she doing? But I was kind of thinking I could put some like rhinestones on there for funsies, and like I didn't want it to be like symmetrical. I kind of wanted to just be like, here's a random like line over here, and here's a random line over there, and like maybe a little bit of pink in the inner corner. Like, I'm a Gem, you know, Gem is my name. That looks so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I started playing with the eyeliner and the rhinestones and things took a turn, and I was like, well, let's just whip out my feather earrings. So now it just looks like I'm going to perform the cabaret, but you know, that's fine. I was like, is this what I would look like if I went to the Eras tour? I would just cover my face in rhinestones. Anyways, I had a lot of fun doing this, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting a bigger reaction from my daughter, but she seemed very unfazed by the whole situation. So let me tell you really quick what else is on my face. I wanted to keep the lip a little bit minimal. I was looking for the like oil slick lip gloss from the Devour collection, but I landed on their lip oil instead. This is in the shade Ruin. It's like a really pretty lightly pigmented berry tone and it's so comfortable, so I figured since I have so much going on my eyes, let me just do something simple on the lips. So that is the lip shade. And then for blush, things took a turn. I grabbed my giant palette that I used to keep some of my lethal stuff, and I used this shade right here, which is like this blue highlight, and then I used this pink blush highlight shade from Unearthly. So it's kind of just like a big party going on over there. And yeah, I didn't even end up using a regular highlighter. I used like a colorful highlighter. I used the bronzer from the Lethal palette I have that looks like this. As far as my base goes, I'm wearing the Valentino foundation, the Tower 28 concealer, and of course the Huda concealer. So that is pretty much everything on my face. Now, let me go ahead and tell you guys my thoughts on this collection. The rhinestones are really fun. I will say some of the bigger ones, they do have some glue on them, so it's kind of annoying because you have to like peel the glue off that's holding them to the little plastic thing. I've never really noticed that with other face gems I've used in the past, so I don't know why that is, but there is a lot of fun variety. I will also say I tried to use these light pearls and they're just too small, so on my skin tone it literally looks like I glued Milia on to my eyes, but I just wanted to try it out, something fun. The water activated liners are so cool. I'm definitely interested to keep playing with these. I will say I struggle with the pink. Listen, is this the most beautiful eye look I've ever created? Absolutely not. But I do like to tell you guys that not every makeup look turns out how you expect. And also it's fun to just do fun kooky makeup. So I had a good time sitting here trying something different. I'm so excited about these water liners though, because I know that people are really into them and I need to just like look up some ideas. I feel like it would have been a fun statement thing to do with just like something in the inner corner with one of these, or doing some really intricate line work. I'm not very good at that stuff, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys about it, but I really think this is cool. The only thing is with the pan sizes being so small, it is hard to keep the shades separate, but you know what? I'm sure I will get the hang of it. Now, the last thing that I was able to try today is the eyeshadow palette, and I did grab my 1UP palette so I could show you guys. This is what they look like next to each other. I will say that I really liked the color story of the original palette. This second palette, I feel like, is one that you might want to be either really into the packaging. I just don't feel like this is like my favorite Lethal palette that they've ever done. It's definitely more of a collector piece in my opinion. I feel like some of the other palettes they've done in the past have had a way better color story, and I've just really enjoyed the formula a lot more, and they've just had different color stories that I was more interested in. This one is pretty much like some shimmers with some pastels. The dark blue shade was very strong and pigmented, so I was pleasantly surprised by that because these did not swatch that great. I feel like it was just like pretty lackluster, but overall I think these would be really cute to combine. But I feel like if you have the first one, unless you want it for the packaging, you're not really missing out on not having the 2UP palette. So those are kind of my honest thoughts. I know it's a bit of a bummer because I'm not like, oh my gosh, you need to buy this right now, but there are a lot of palettes coming out, and I think that's the beauty of receiving PR, is for us to be able to kind of give you guys some thoughts so that you can decide what you want to spend your money on. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm sorry it took a little bit of a turn to Kooky Town, but you know, sometimes I like to keep you guys on, sometimes I just like to keep you guys on your toes. So that's what we're going to chalk this one up to. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!